Here we are. We're looking at plays. 5 plays. Stick around. Greetings, everyone. Welcome back. 5-Play Friday. We're analyzing game video. We're getting better as basketball officials. We're looking at all the things. Greetings, everyone. My name is Greg Austin with A Better Official. We craft video to help basketball officials get better, and we do that by looking at plays. Let's get started today and look at our very first play, a You Make the Call play. What do you have on this one? All right, rebounding action. What do you have on this play? Put your ruling down in the comments below and stick around to the end of the video. We'll look at all the things on play number 1. All right, moving on. We're looking at play number 2.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's got to hurt. That's got to hurt. So we have a back under play. We had one last week. We have this one here, right? Double whistle it's an obvious foul. Our player in white, the smaller player, which is often the case in these scenarios, right? Our player in black goes up in an effort to get the ball. Our player in white, boxing out, yes, basically trying to find the other player with their body. Instead finds only legs of an airborne player and causes that player to be displaced. White takes the brunt of it, though. Look at this. Gotta hurt. Oh, my goodness. Can you imagine? That has got to hurt. That has got to hurt, right? So we have a double whistle. Nobody's showing. This is great. What do you have? What do you have, etc. Also note our trail. To the white coach says maybe give her a moment, right? So we don't have to necessarily replace their point guard in this situation. All of the things. But when we have rebounding, traditional boxing out is to, apply force with the backside, with the back of the body to the opponent, right? And this is definitely part of basketball. But when the player goes airborne, there's no resistance, leg contact, obvious displacement on this play. We ruled a foul on white in this instance. But indeed, she took the brunt of the play. Man, that's got to hurt. That's got to hurt. Yeah, these kids. Yeah. So back under plays. We had one last week. So also on this play, because we had the play last week, where the player who went up was tapping the basketball, and it was a shooting foul. On this play, our center official asks the trail official, did you have a tap on this play? Because all of our attention on the play is always going to be on those players, and we might not be aware of something that happens up top. As the third official on the crew, we'd want to have great information available on this play. All right, so one of the key components of this play is communication betwixt the crew on this play, both between the two calling officials and asking the third official whether this was a try for goal. And having great crew communication, crew chemistry is critical in our game. Fortunately, here at 5-Play Friday, we've got a tremendous crew of show supporters, and we'd like to give them a shout out right here. Who's up on the big board today? Frank O'Connell, Joe Raza, Gene Boeglin, Warren Layton, and Jordan McCullough. Much appreciated, much love, super appreciative. You can support the show. We'll put a link on the screen, in the show description, in the first pinned comment, and up above. All right, let's move on. Next play.
Now, that'll be by Cooper Goodberry. Chaden. First off, over to Cole. And shot put up from Rhett. Foul.
All right, ultimately we have our trail official recognizing illegal contact on a shooter, but the key portion of this play is the post action and the missed foul by our offensive team. We're early in the game. We're 4 minutes into the first period, right? We'd still be in a mode of establishing and trying to making efforts to clean up our game, right? So we have a situation where we have two post players. These are post players, right? They are very tall, they are strong, and they are, what we would traditionally call post players. We want to clean up post action. We want to allow players in the post to compete, but we want to clean up illegal activity. As the player moves across, we see no action, but then right here, where our big for black was looking to guard a player who was driving from the center's primary coverage area, is chucked and taken out of the play. This should be a team control foul on the play. We missed that. And so we'd have to ask ourselves, well, why did we miss this play? Are we looking at the right things? That's when we analyze our game video. That's what we're always looking for. Are the officials in the right place at the right time, looking at the right things? If we are, the system is designed for us to catch this action. So let's take a look, as it were, at all of the things. Right? So we've got our post players, our lead. It has that action. As those players start to move, our lead properly tries to get in front. We'd want a quick rotation here so we can see this post action. Our trail has off-ball action here. And then right here, where the ball is caught in the center's primary coverage area with no primary defender. The primary defender is taken out of the play. As lead in this situation, our first reaction should be, where's my secondary defender? Where's my secondary defender? And officiate their action. So our big for black here is taken out of the play by this illegal contact by white. They were, going to defend this cutting player and were bumped from behind and bumped off their spot. This is a foul and should be ruled so by rule. But why would we miss it? If, as center, we are watching the ball and not the defender, we could miss it. I think the additional players coming in from behind, though, might have distracted our lead momentarily. Obviously, we don't have a lot of room here to work as lead, so we could get a deeper look and more perspective on the play. But in the end, we missed that chuck. Our trail official does a good job of staying engaged, a little jumpy on the call, and getting the obvious foul on the shot. So, takeaways on a play like this are, first of all, this is the essential thing we do when we analyze our game video. It's great to see plays that are unusual and occur in the game. But what we want to do when we're analyzing our own game video is just look at our habits and fundamentals And when there's something that jumps off that is obvious, how and why did we miss it, right? And also, like, so we look at the play. What if you're the trail official on this play? Could you get this foul? Would you be willing to get this obvious foul by White that is not in your primary coverage area, right? Do you have that willingness as an official in that situation? Or are we observing something else? We want to have a big picture view here. Let's see what we got from the trail. Not a lot going on in their primary. So, yeah. So, when we analyze our game video, we're looking at all the things, right? Sometimes things happen in our game. We missed a call. Why did I miss this call in my primary? Because I was looking at something else, etc. We take that, we just try to work, and we try to improve our game for the next game. What can you do? There's water under the bridge. Water under the bridge. But a great play to look at to analyze all of the things on the play. Okay, let's move on. Next play. Okay, I am very disappointed in our trail official on this play. I am very, very, very disappointed. Why? Because they missed the opportunity to give an emphatic safe signal after stopping the clock. This was a tremendous slide by our head coach, right? Ball goes in, we notice our trail official, head turns, immediately recognizing the coach may request a timeout in this situation. That is a great habit and fundamental. Our coach is eager and excited, catches an edge, and just a tremendous pop-up slide. I am impressed. But the lack of a safe signal here makes this one a little tough to swallow. No, but many great habits, in this end of game situations, etc. We need to be aware of requested timeouts and, just building in habits and fundamentals. Our trail official, when the ball goes in, immediately turns to the coach to see if that's the case. So this is a great positive on the play, despite my frustration at the last lack of a safe signal here for emphasis. Maybe it was a tense game, but a fun play. On and look at another play. This is a good one. All right, I'd say we have unofficiated action on this play. My understanding is that a foul was ruled on black in this situation. Obviously, it would have to be unofficiated for us to come up with that ruling. One thing I love is our center official says, that's a hot spot, right? We're at the end of the game. Who knows how the game is gone? We've got a player on the floor in front of the opponent's bench. Let's get over there. Right? There's so many opportunities for things to go wrong there. Don't see the urgency from the other officials on the play. I do not see the trail official at all on this play. Was this player officiated up, down, and a little bit more? Obviously not. So, Mike Myers, maybe you can help us with whether my impression is correct that this was ruled a foul on black. This should obviously be a foul on white. This would be either intentional or flagrant, depending on your judgment on the play. A foul was ruled on black. Yeah, so that's obviously unofficiated, right? Anytime first of all, our lead is in great position I love this mirroring the ball, but they are looking at what they're supposed to be looking at. And then they catch the end of the action. Even if you caught the end of that, yeah, maybe it's just that moment where they were officiating what they should be officiating. Right. This is the trails play in high school mechanics. This is the trails. Up, down, and a little bit more. If you are watching the flight of the ball, which so many officials do, you miss this play, we get it wrong, not good. Not good. And this is a tinderbox situation right here, right? Where the player who's been offended is pulled down into the bench. Maybe a kid on the bench who's not paying attention hits his head with a shoe, with his foot or something like that. And anytime there's any sort of energy between players in a bench area, oh, there's such a possibility of things screwing up. So I love our center official coming over here with this energy. Hey, back at the start of the show, we had that rebounding play. You know that one. What did you have on play number 1? Let's take a look and review all the things.
So that's not a foul. Okay.
All right. Well, our player in white certainly gets a neck full of contact on this play, but our calling official rules a held ball. Is that what you had in this situation? Right. So if we look at our player in black here, even though we end up in this awkward position where the player has been pulled and has an arm around the neck, how did we get to this situation, right? What occurs on this play? Black goes up, gets their hands on the basketball and brings it down. White has their hands on the basketball as well, right? In the official's judgment, this was a held ball ruling. There was no untoward action by the player in black, that would rise to the level of a foul. So sometimes we can get, when we have a situation where two players go up for a rebound and they both get their hands on the ball, right? We can have one player pull another player over their back, and our first reaction is, oh, that's illegal contact. But in this situation, that would be legal activity. Let's take a look. Yeah. That's a pretty awkward moment when we have the arm around the neck. But that's what our official had on this play. Kindly white-haired gentleman. Oh. So sometimes during rebounding action, we can have situations where we get multiple players holding the basketball. One pulls them over their shoulder, over the back. Sometimes that contact can be relatively severe, but it's important to recognize that when two players are holding the ball so tightly that rough play may ensue, that this is a held ball situation. That could be the thing that happens first, but we have to have, of course, our antennas up for any subsequent action related to the, one player pulls a player over, and then there's a get off me action, or there's some action after the fact. So we'd want to get in quickly in those situations. All right. Here. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video today. A great favor would be if you would like the video. It helps us a lot with the YouTube algorithm, gets us in front of more basketball officials so we can all get better together. Before we go, though, we are better for our group of tremendous show supporters who help fuel our broadcast. On the show supporter big board today, Frank O'Connell, Joe Raza, Gene Boeglin, Warren Layton, and Jordan McCullough. Much appreciated and much love. You want to be a show supporter? A link is here on the screen. It's in the usual places, and it is up above. Awesome. Additional video content is available, as well as a training opportunity over here. See you in the next video. Take care, everybody.